So I'm just going to look at bearings in a right angled triangle. Okay, so we're just going to start with an example about a boat. So the boat sails on a bearing of 120 degrees for 100 nautical miles. How far is the boat south of its start? So if you need to draw the cross where you're starting from. There's north, south, east, west. Never eat soggy Weet-Bix, though sometimes it's inevitable. So if this is 0, 90, 180, that means that when you start here and you turn, 120 will be somewhere there, because 120 is somewhere between 180 and 90 degrees. And then the boat's going to sail in this direction on this course, and it's going to do so for 100 nautical miles. So just go NM. So now we're looking at how far is the boat south of its start. So it's always good practice just to draw your triangle back to the north-south line. So it looks like that. And then you've got this right angle triangle here. So in order to solve this problem or need to work stuff out, you need to look at the right angle triangle and focus on that. Now, we don't have any angles there, but if we look at this angle here, which is 120, we can actually find the angle that's inside there. So we can go, all right, to get this angle, it's 180 minus 120. You end up with 60 degrees. Now, how far south is the boat from its start? So there's the start, and the boat's here. So south is like that direction. Okay, so it's going straight down. So on your triangle, that would be south, how far south the boat has gone. So you put an X there. And now, when you're looking at that now, the X is adjacent, and there's the hypotenuse. So you've got A on H. So A on H is cos. So cos 60 equals X on 100. So X on 100. Now, X is on the top there, and you want to get rid of that 100, so you have to times. So times by 100. Okay, so they cancel out. So X equals, and you just put 100 times cos 60, and you end up with 50 nautical miles. Okay, now part 2, it says how far is the boat east of the start. Now, when you're talking east is this direction here, going that way. So on your triangle, I'm just going to put this one in green, it's along here. So let's just have a look along there. That's how far east. So when you're looking at your triangle and you're looking how far east, there's 60, 100. We'll call that one Y. Y is along that line. Okay. So just to run down there, if you have the your bearings and you always draw your triangle back to the north-south line, then if you want to see how far east, if you're in this triangle, east is there, west is there, because that's east, that's west. That would be east there, that would be west there, because it's a direction. So it's a direction along that line. And then if you want how far north and south, there's how far north. So north is going up that way, and how far south? So how far south is that way? That's a direction, okay? So you want to do how far east or west, or how far north or south, okay? So now looking at this question then, we want to get this. This is opposite, this is hypotenuse, so it's sine. So sine 60 equals y on 100. And you want to get y, so you times 100, because y is on top. So y would be 100 times sine 60, and then you just put that in your calculator and you figure it out. Okay, so the next thing I just want to quickly look at. So we want to look at a car, and it's travelling on a bearing of 148 kilometres south, and then it goes 150 kilometres west. So if this is your car, if it goes south, that's that direction, and then it goes west, so that's that direction. Okay, so you go 148 kilometres south, and then you go 150 kilometres west. So when you're doing this, if you look at this, then we go here. Here's my car here now. Okay, what is the bearing from the start? So there's the start there. So when we're looking for the bearing, we're looking at this whole angle here. So we actually need to find the angle in there. So if we take that triangle out, see that's theta, 150, 148. Then when we're trying to find that angle, we're going to label our sides. That's opposite, that one's adjacent. So it's actually tan. So tan of theta is 150 on 148. And to get the angle then, you press Shift tan, 150 on 148. And then you'll get your angle. And you get 45 degrees to the nearest degree. So if that's 45 inside there, so 45 in there, I then just have to add on 180 and I'll have the bearing. So it's 5, which is 225 degrees. That's in true bearing. If you wanted compass bearing, you would go south, 45 degrees, and then you are going west. Okay, it doesn't matter which one you use, but just it's good to know both, just in case it is specified. So this one's your compass, and this one here, where you add on and take it from the north line, that's your true bearing.